my knees say hello. This week was supposed to be the week that I started learning guitar seriously for the first time in my life, because up until this point I've just sort of been noodling around. But I woke up on day one and picked up the guitar, started playing, and 2 notes in I realised that overnight the high E string had snapped. So this led me down a slightly different route of the week, because I had to learn about guitar strings and I know nothing about guitar strings. So I did what every normal millennial does, and I went to Google, fairy godmother Google, has all the answers, makes all your dreams come true. And I Googled what did I Google? Hold on a sec, look at this. Good old history. Google. I Googled what guitar strings for standard electric. Boom. And I came across an article which I thought was really helpful when I started reading it, but it turned out not to be very helpful at all. Because essentially this article, it was one of the first ones that came up, was like thin strings 009. Essentially it said 9s are good for pop, 10s are good for rock, and anything that's 11 or above is good for metal. Stop. But then, you know, that seems like, oh, okay, 10's regular, right? Okay. But then they had an attached video, and then I watched the video, and the video basically said that all the well-known, stop messaging me. I digress. They basically said that a lot of the classic well-known rock guitarists like Jimi Hendrix, Jimmy Page, Jimmy probably someone else, used gauges 8 or thinner. And so that kind of completely contradicted the article it was attached to, and it just confused me more as a beginner who knows literally nothing about strings. So, I did what any normal person would do when I asked my Instagram followers. I'm Elena Wolf on Instagram. Well, let's just put it this way. You had a very divided opinion. But in the end, right, so I decided to get both the gauge 9, gauge 10, because I figured anything larger than that was probably for like drop tunings. Whereas I was told 10s were standard and 9s seem to be a lot of people's preferences, especially for beginners, because they're thinner, so they're easier to play. And especially if you want to do like things like elaborate guitar solos, that seem to be kind of the vibe. So yeah, I bought one of each. I actually bought this one originally, and then after hearing more people's opinions, I then went and bought this. And I went for Ernie Ball because they're the only brand I've ever known or heard of properly. And that is the power of marketing, folks. And yeah, I'm gonna put them on the guitar. Oh my gosh, why am I getting so many messages through? Yeah, I'm gonna put these on my guitar today. If I can figure out how. Stop it! It's got dark all of a sudden. Look. Oh, it's so dark. So this is the guitar, ring light. This is the guitar that I'm restringing. It's a Yamaha, it's not mine. I don't actually own any instruments right now. It's a long story. But I used to have instruments, I don't anymore. So this one has been lovingly and definitely borrowed. Just restringing in general is quite new to me. I've seen other people do it. I'm pretty sure I've restrung an acoustic guitar a very long time ago, but we're talking like a decade ago. With this one, I think that you come in through the back and then they go through this front bit and up. They come in individual packets, which is pretty cool. Foolproof, I need that. And it looks like, so that's the thinner string, gauge 9. And then the thicker string's at the front. So I'm guessing, because that one was at the front, that maybe you should do the thicker string first, because that's the way it's been presented to me. No, but that's what I'm gonna do. to do, and I've always tended to do with other like ventures and equipment and with the piano and with starting out like this, is like just getting into the habit of picking up the guitar every day. Just trying to get my, ooh, did I break it? Let's tune everything up. Ooh, oh, it really feels like you're gonna snap them. Oh, something's going wrong here. I've done the first three. This one keeps like slipping out or something. I feel like I'm about to take off. It's gonna take a bit of playing before it sits nicely. This could still be classed as a bit of a weapon with all the bits hanging off it. And I do have some wire cutters, but I haven't used them yet because I'm pretty sure that I didn't wrap them around in a way that is conventional. I think this is why they were slipping when I was tuning them. So I left them on there just in case it happens again, but I'm gonna have a noodle around today. And then when I'm confident, I will cut them. But I have my toolkit. They do sound a lot brighter. I actually think they do feel way easier to bend. So I think that I may have had 10s on here before, but I don't know, they were just whatever were on there. But that's a lot easier to do. I'm just a little bit worried about how I've strung these. That they're just gonna pop out as soon as I cut them. Maybe I'm just so used to it being out of tune. This is one for the warriors, for the ones who grow stronger going through hell. This is one for the warriors. This is the one for the angels going through hell. I was never the one to be trusted, while the rest of the world was still judging in this anarchy. Oh, we're living in anarchy. I was never the one to be seething, while the rest of these zombies were feeding on the apathy. Oh, we're all taking apathy. But this is one for the warriors, for the ones who grow stronger, going through hell, going through hell. This is one for the warriors. This is the one for the angels going through hell, without chaining themselves to the dark. That was impromptu. That was a song I wrote called Warriors. It's in the wrong key for me, so I'm gonna have to transpose it and just bump it up maybe a tone, maybe 2. In this anarchy, it's probably about as low as I can go. Anyway, I'll work on it. Maybe I'll take the plunge. Where am I? This is where it all goes terribly wrong, isn't it? Ooh. I don't really know how far you're supposed to do it, but just, I guess, far enough that you're not going to poke anyone's eye out. This is not a tutorial. Please do not do what I say to do, because I am clueless. But I would probably recommend some eye protection. It's holding, guys. It is holding. There's probably some people watching this right now who do them really neat. And it's like, what is this girl doing? Just hacking away. Oh, I can't even cut it. It might just have to stay there like that because it's not coming. I thought this was going to be the easy part, the simple, quick thing. Well, I did manage it in the end. I don't know where the last bit pinged to. So I'm going to be wearing shoes in here for a while to save me from not getting metal in my foot. Metal. Let's hope they hold. Oh, that's delicious. Whew. Oh, I put a lot of honey in that. But yeah, I need a practice amp. If you have any recommendations, please do put them in the comments because I'd really appreciate it. I don't really know where to start. I think I just really need one, like just a small practice one. I want my neighbours to still like me, and my hearing, I'll talk more about my hearing in an upcoming video, but my hearing is not what it used to be because of being in bands. But yeah, I think I'm gonna start today. Start properly learning the guitar. As you can tell, I do know some stuff, but I've never learnt in like a structured way. So until then, if you like this video, please do like it, subscribe if you haven't, and hit the notification bell to get all my latest updates. To find out exactly why I'm doing this, learning this beautiful instrument, then this is the video to watch. And I will see you next time. And a little play out. The day I wandered through my brain was the day I went insane. The colors melted from the sky.